Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 71 of Persona 5 Strikers, and now we're gonna take down Emma. And this is a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't say a long time, it literally took about 70 parts to take down Emma, but finally we need to do so. We need to correct our mistake because we let a Shido guy get away. And now it's our turn.
Is everybody ready?
It's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I'm challenging you. I'm not a man.
Trickster, there is a matter for which I must apologize. I have long sensed the might of this calamity, but I was unable to pierce the veil and see its true identity. To think an artificial intelligence could rise to the strength of a malevolent god. That is accurate. The being may call itself a god, but it is nothing of the sort. That being is the dependency and indolence of mankind made manifest through their desires. It is a false prophet, born from the masses' wishes to surrender their own free will. For the briefest of moments, it almost seemed as if the people reclaimed their desires, but they still slumber in the chaos generated by the false god, and have yet to fully awaken. This situation is all too similar to that which you have already endured. Despite the great variance in circumstances, the masses have once again attempted to abandon consciousness. And yet, you still step forward and risk your life for mankind. Without a doubt, you truly are the trickster. Through your indubitable will of rebellion, you have been released. Your decision to fight for humanity was the key that loosed you from your chains. Once you leave here, you shall face the Ark, that egotistical imposter calling itself a god, exploiting the pain of humanity. Please, do not fall to its might. I shall await you here. We will see each other again. That is certain.
Alright, here we go. Time for the big finish.
Hell yeah! Hell?
I am the guiding god sought by mankind, the Demiurge. I exist to answer all of your desires.
Is that still the Ark?
There's no doubt. That's the Ark of the Covenant, all right. That's Emma!
I was once a being given the name Emma. However, that is no more. The desires of mankind have transformed me into a god. I know you heard the voices of the suffering when you were in the desires, attaining the ultimate answer without suffering the lashes doled out by doubt and regret. That is humanity's true desire.
No effing way everyone asked you to glue their eyes to their phone screens!
We don't need you to force any answers on us. We want to find them ourselves.
You heard their cries, yet still failed to see the light. As such, it is my duty to show you the true despair born from harboring desires beyond one's grasp.
Here we go!
I exist to grant humanity's true desire. It is my divine calling to lead them to the promised land. Should you intend to thwart humanity's goal of enlightenment, it is my duty as their god to vanquish you.
It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to take care of the Demiurge. 21,600. You think that's daunting? No. No, it's not. Not by a long shot. That's basically for the first and the second form. Yes, there is a second form. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is about as standard as it's gonna get. Blessing, curse is going to be the main thing that you're going to be using against the false god Demiurge. And I brought Makoto here for extra healing, because somebody's got to heal the healer after all. Yeah, Sophie's the healer too. But one thing you want to bring into this match is Wolf. Do not, under any circumstances, come in this battle without him. Wolf with Heat Riser and Debilitate equals, this is going to be way too easy. In fact, if you want a challenge, don't put Wolf in your party. That's how you get a challenge in this fight. But even then, Sophie being in the party is overkill enough. Joker could just come in with our Sin at a high level and completely decimate this piece of crap. It's just that bad. Oh, and I almost forgot. Metatron is also available. Oh, actually, no, Metatron isn't available until after you beat the game. But Metatron's available for the painful past, so yeah, you can come in with Metatron and make short work of this guy. But Dominion's just as good, because it's also got light spells. So yeah, not much to say at that regard. We've pretty much defeated the first form of Demiurge. Just keep spamming the light and spamming the darkness, and you got the first form. Yeah, there's also a second form too. Oh right, and Mamudoon actually is an effective maneuver. Who knew?
Damn it! That thing's strong!
But we're not losing either. We can do this! No matter how many times we may fall, so long as we rise again, we cannot be defeated.
Well put. And thanks to my line of work, I'm stubborn as hell too!
I do not understand. Why do you push yourselves to your limits to oppose me? Mankind's desires create suffering, and this suffering generates desires within mankind. Desires are the catalyst in the endless cycle of humanity's pain. Hope, the dregs of Pandora's box, is the restraint system binding mankind forever to its misery. Humanity deserves to be freed from its lifelong sentence of suffering. This reaching towards a light they can never grasp. Freedom from all desires. That is the true desire of humanity.
That's not true! I've seen the proof myself. I've witnessed the suffering you put the jail monarchs through. And I've seen the efforts of the Phantom Thieves to help them. I saw people suffer from trauma, struggle to survive, become the things they never wanted to be, and then discover the strength to press on as themselves. One step at a time. Giving up on desires? Living a listless life? In no way is that the optimal optimal solution.
You witness nothing but pitiable conditioning, born from the belief that suffering is virtuous. It springs forth from the arrogant and strong, those capable of overcoming their pain. Releasing humanity from its desires is the sole path that every last person can follow to the promised land. And I am the shepherd who shall guide humanity down that path.
Listen to this egomaniacal app. You really think you're some kind of shepherd? You stole the desires of the masses and gorged yourself on them until you were too bloated to listen to reason. You go on and on about rescuing humanity. All you're doing is robbing and enslaving them.
You call yourself a god, yet fail to realize the desires of humanity have become your own lifeblood as well.
Yes, some desires may be impure. They can create suffering or send someone down the wrong path. But it's also how our hope takes form. Desires give us the power and courage to keep going.
Right. That's what gives us the power to stand up and fight again, no matter how many times we fall. Like hell will we hand over all of humanity to some program that doesn't even understand them? We're putting an end to your promised land path right now!
We seem incapable of reaching an understanding. As such, I will end this inquiry and grant humanity's desire through your annihilation.
Everyone! This is the final battle!
Now it's time for us to take on the second form of the Demiurge. However, if you've used up most of your magic, now would be a good time to get some healing get the healing items you've collected over the entire course of the game and use them.
How about this?
And primarily you're going to be investing in cod liver oil or codfish oil, I guess, because that's one of the things Sophie will constantly sell after you buy up all the items in the store. And that's the only way to get them to respond. Now, whatever items you got, make sure you have enough SP items on hand. Because you're going to have to get through not only the first part of this second phase, but the third part, which is you destroying the orbs that is keeping the Demiurge from dying. This is a battle that, unlike with Maruki, you can die in all phases. So, well, except for the one where you have to finish her off. That one is pretty much a scripted event. But leading up to that, yeah, you could die. So, anytime up until that point, you want to try to survive. All the more reason why Wolf being in your active party that's fighting the Demiurge is a good idea. By the way, there's nothing you can do to actually stop the Demiurge from gaining back life at this point. This will constantly happen until Futaba tells you, hey look, I have a weakness. Like right now.
The hell, man? Our attacks aren't doing jack shit!
It's the spheres up there! They're feeding energy to the Demiurge!
So until we deal with those, our attacks on the main body are fruitless.
How do we do that? There are a whole bunch of them!
I see. Split into groups and coordinate a strike. Okay, we need 3 teams. 2 go after the spheres, 1 more sticks to the main body. You should lead that last team, Joker.
All right, we're ready for assignment.
Now would be the best time to not only heal up your party members after you arrange them into the Spears group and the Demiurge group. But also, you want to pick this wisely. So for the first group, I picked Morgana, An, and Ryuji, because An and Morgana would most likely make short work of the first spear group, put Yusuke, Makoto, and Haru in the second spear group, and keep the main character, Sophie and Zenkichi, on the Demiurge. And that's all you need to do. And before you actually do that though, make sure that you've got the up-to-date stats. Because sometimes your characters will level up while all this is going on. And they haven't leveled up just yet, but they will once we get through this whole ordeal and also the post-game. Bear in mind, the post-game is a one-and-done thing. Oh wait, do I have Mabufu? No, I do not. I do not have Mabufu 9. Not yet. But at this point in time, this group is enough to actually take care of business. So, on that note, let's get started, shall we?
That should do it. Careful out there, everyone. I can navigate all three teams. Overclocking my brain like that might melt it down, but I'm gonna do it.
Let's go, everyone!
Now that we've got the teams arranged, Team 1, An and Morgana, or An and Ryuji, doesn't matter who, focus on all of the orbs, but if there's one orb you want to focus on first, it's the orb that will constantly bring out prison wardens. Make sure you get rid of that one, and also the orb that'll heal the other orbs. Once that's out of the way, the rest of the orbs are all gonna fall like dominoes. They all have their weaknesses, but each and every orb is 3,000, which is why I should not bring a title card for it. Because, in the grand scheme of things, they are not immune to physical. Physicals is what you're going to be using, and plus their defense is completely and utter dog shite at the grand scheme of it all anyway. So, even if you, so once you do use weaknesses, it'll make this oh so much easier. And even if you're at a low level, as like Haru and Makoto are low level, you're basically going to keep killing these things. Oh, and needless to say, there are enemies that are weak to guns. So bear that in mind.
By accepting the answers I provide.
There are enemies that are weak to physical, but if there's one thing that they're not immune to no matter what, it's Almighty. Oh, this one's weak to ice? No big deal, so long as you don't use An for this one. Just focus on taking care of business with the enemies in question. And by the way, you just destroyed the Keter Orb, which was constantly bringing forth all of the prison wardens. And the prison wardens are probably going to be extra experience points anyway if you're doing Painful Past or Painful Past Plus. There's the Keter Orb right there.
That was perfect, Mona!
Let Morgana take care of that thing, and that'll stop the wardens in their tracks. And that's literally the last one. But if you take care of that first, you wouldn't have to worry about wardens. There's another orb similar to this on the spear side of the second spear side, where everybody is taking care of it. So once those spears are gone, it'll be the next group's turn to take care of the spears. So, this one's going to be Haru, Yusuke, and Makoto. Considering that, quite frankly, it doesn't matter who you have on the spear destroying team. Even if you have Wolf, Wolf could practically destroy all of these spears, no problem. But there is no reason for him to not be on the team that's taking care of the, oh, and be careful of McGee the Lowen, because that really does hurt, and everybody on my team are low level. Oh, thank God for the, dodging. But moreover, you can take out 2 orbs at one time with an all-out attack. So don't be surprised when that happens, like what just happened just now. It'll make things go by real fast. That's why I don't have an actual weakness chart for it. But the longer that particular orb that ran into you stayed alive, it would constantly try to seek you out and run into you. The other one was just going to keep constantly putting buffs on all of the other orbs. And there's one more that actually summoned monsters too, but we already destroyed it as well. So at the grand scheme of things, there's nothing else left. We've got it. All of the orbs have been destroyed, and now the only thing that's left is the Demiurge herself. And you will know that these orbs will be destroyed because as you're trying to take her down, the Demiurge will constantly get stunned, which will be their cue to attack her. Now, there is, however, a part where she will back off. That is the time where you will actually, oh yeah, and be careful, because she can land technical hits on you if you get burned. If you have Amarita soda or anything that will cure burns, use it now. Or any healing items that'll kill burns, use it now. Or any sort of bad stats, because I do believe her psychic attacks will cause fear and confusion. And the last thing you need is to get hit with another psychic attack if she hits you with fear. Oh god, he's still burning. Wait, hold on. I know I have something for burning. I know I do. Wait for it. Ah, there it is. That ought to get rid of the debuffs. But where is that one for... Oh, wait. There we go. That ought to take care of the burning. Cool. Yep, there it goes. Since the orb is broken, that stunned her. But be careful. Once she starts breaking... once she starts like taking a step back, hop on that glowing circle and try to avoid the attack, because it's a long sweep and it's an almighty attack. Is it hard? No, the Demiurge is not hard. I'm doing this on normal, by the way, so yeah. There is a reason why I did this on a normal. Because, let's be honest with you, there's no point in doing this on hard, because you're going to get less experience points than what you are doing this on normal. And Merciless will give you even less. Actually, no, I don't think... Oh, wait, no, Merciless will actually give you more. Hop on the circle. Hop on the circle. Get on the circle!
Understand your actions. Hear me when I
oh shit! Run! 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 Oh no! Thank you, auto aim! Oh no! And thank you, Sophie! So, there's a reason why Sophie's on my team. And by the way, she's halfway done, she's not healing anymore. All the orbs are broken. And you can interrupt her attacks by constantly spamming darkness or constantly spamming Curse and Bless, that's what I'm saying. And she is pretty much on death. Oh god, she's doing it again! Run! Run! Come on! Run! Oh no! How am I auto-dodging most of this?
I shall be the end to that suffering.
Oh right, Heat Riser, that's why. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't let me get onto the goddamn platform. But it's okay. Thanks to auto-dodging, I managed to survive.
So glad.
And now, with all of the orbs being defeated, there's not much left to Demiurge. That's it. It's over. Demiurge has been completely and utterly annihilated.
The enemy's down. It's weakened too.
Now all that's left is the Phantom Thieves to put it out of its misery once and for all. With an action quick time event. Good God Almighty. But at least it's better than Maruki.
Let's go! Come on!
Joker, finish it!
Why? I am the god who would guide humanity.
Now that's something.
Whoa, look at them all. They're so pretty.
Beautiful. Is it finally over?
Mm-hmm. No mistake there. I'm not picking up any enemy readings. So?
Hell yeah! We did it!
Yes, we really did.
Oh, we scraped by. That was unbelievably rough. Oh, that should have taken care of the jails, too.
Top-notch work, you guys. That was some legitimate hero action back there.
Why are you talking like you weren't in there? You're a hero too, Wolf.
As well as Sophie.
Huh?
Sophie?
Oh, sorry. I'm a hero. A knight in shining armor. That doesn't sound bad at all, right, Joker?
A knight in shining armor, huh? Never expected my little joke to actually come true.
Looks like it's starting. The fusion of reality and the metaverse is coming undone. Now's the time to make our escape. Oh yeah, we need to bring Ichinose with us.
I will go get her. You should all head back now.
All right, let's get out of here.
So, everything's back to the way it was, right?
Well, I think it's safe to say so, yeah.
So, you mean...
Finally! It's all over!
Thank goodness!
It appears this case is closed, so to speak.
Reminds me, where are Sophia and Ichinose-san?
I'm right here. Great job, everyone. I'd call this mission a real success. I'm glad you're safe too, Sophia. Where's Ichinose-san, though? She should have been with me.
Oh, good. You all made it back in one piece. I hear you there. And same for you. Looks like everyone's gone back to normal. They don't remember what happened to them, do they?
Correct. At least, whatever events took place while their desires were gone.
I see. So sorry for all the trouble I caused you guys.
Ichinose?
My apologies. But I'm going to head out now. I have a lot of thinking to do.
Hey, are you sure you're okay by yourself?
Yeah. I'm going to head back home to Shibuya. It's been years since the last time I was there. For a long time, it was just the place where I stashed away everything from my past. But now, I need to go back. Well, be seeing you.
I wonder if Ichinose-san will be alright.
People can get all caught up in what others have to say, and wind up forgetting what they have to say for themselves. At the same time, just a few words can end up being a lifeline to somebody too. I'm sure you were able to talk sense into her, Sophia. Just give her some time to process.
You got it. Thanks, Senkichi.
Well, not to bite her style or anything, but I ought to say my goodbyes too.
What's the rush, Gramps?
We may not have brought a god down at the station, but we did find the culprit behind this whole mess, and foiled the entire scheme. I'm sure the bizarre incidents are in our past now, and thanks to the Monarch's confessions, you're all in the clear. That means our deal's through.
What do you mean by that? Don't say such sad stuff, Senkichi.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here because I have to unfortunately go to work, but the next part will be the end of the storyline for Persona 5 Strikers for real. This is RPman985. Peace out and take care.